Dear students, welcome back to another session of Human Resource Management. This is the session of 36 where I am going to teach on the topic that is on recruitment sources. Particularly, there are two sources are there, internal and then external sources. Uh, as usual, this is Dr. Prasanna T, all the way from Government First Grade Women's College, Shumaga. Well, let us move on to the next slide where the recruitment sources I mentioned in my first slide, that is all about internal sources, and also in the second slide that is all about the external sources. One by one that I am going to discuss two sources. One is internal sources and then external sources. Particularly, we will consider these two major sources are the recruitment sources of human resource management. Let us give in detail that what it is all about internal resources. In that internal sources, again four factors as classified under internal resources. In these sources that recruitment is having what type of sources which will be mentioned there. One by one I want to discuss here. Under internal sources, number one is present employees, number two is former employees, number three is employee referrals, number four is previous applicants. So let me explain in detail what is all about these four factors will influence as a internal sources to recruitment. Let us discuss one by one. Number one is present employees. Promotion and transfers from among the present employees can be a source of recruitment. Promotion implies upgrading of an employee to a higher position carrying higher status, pay and responsibilities. Promotion from among the present employees is advantageous because the employees promoted are well acquainted with the organizational culture. They get motivated and it is cheaper also. See, this is one type of internal resource sources that I want to mention here. Present employees, all the factors should be considered while we are getting as one of the source for internal, particularly to the recruitment. Transfer and then promotions among the present employee can be a good source of recruitment, because if that one person is stick on to the in that particular organization, I think organization may not get growth. Nowadays in the government sector, most of the people are having their own position, and then they are stick on to their own in that position only. They won't wanted to get transfer or promotion because of the local benefits they are getting. So this is the major problem, particularly in the government sector. As far as private sector is concerned, they must obey the order which is given by an organization or the company. The promotion implies upgrading the employee. That employee must always think on that issue, because the promotion will always intensive towards getting benefit of monetary, and that monetary benefit taken by that employee. At the same time, he will secure to the higher position according to his status, where the higher carrying of the position should be retained, and then according to that he will get pay and then responsibilities, and then he must also do the work according to the workforce. This is the present employees under internal sources. The second one is former employees. Former employees are another source of applicants for vacancies to be filled up in the organization. Retired or retrenched employees may be interested to come back to the company to work on the basis of part-time, or you may call it as a guest, or you may call it as the what you call ad hoc basis, on the basis of ad hoc. Similarly, some former employees who left the organization for any reason may again be interested to come back to work. This serves as an advantage of hiring people whose performance is already known to the organization. So this is the one type of source internally. They will get the process of the recruitment. If former employees ready to do work positively, adhere to the conditions and then regulation, rules and regulation made by the organization, then it is easier to make recruitment process from that organization or from that company. Number 3 is employee referrals. This is yet another internal source of recruitment. This existing employees refer other family members, friends, and used to the company as potential candidates for the vacancies to be filled. Here, the employee referral is most important, because if that employee is going to give reference to the other candidates, at the same time, what will happen? He will always see that what type of the workforce is there in that company, or what is the nature of work is there in that company, and what type of the scope is there, and then what type of the innovation and then research activities to be there in that company. Because the skilled and then what you call research oriented candidates must need all these types of atmosphere in that company, then they will get recruitment. So according to that, employee must give a referral to appoint or to recruit to other candidates. So this is the number 3, employee referrals under internal sources, which is also one of the recruitment source that we consider. And then the 4th one is previous applicants. This is considered as an internal source in the sense that applications from the potential candidates are already lying with the organization. Sometimes the organization cannot contact through email or messenger these applicants to fill up the vacancies, particularly for unskilled or semi-skilled jobs. See, this is where when it happens, because when the recruitment has been taken place in that company, some of the applicants couldn't able to get the jobs because of many reasons. Under that circumstances, the left out application may be recalled for the next recruitment from that organization, and then they may call the previous applicants based on their qualification through messaging or through mail to that applicants. Okay, we will ask to you people come and then join to the job, because in the previous recruitment we couldn't able to give an opportunity. Now there is an opportunity to provide jobs to the previous applicants. So this is the one source of recruitment, that is previous applicants, may be considered under internal sources, particularly while doing the recruitment. So these are all the internal sources. Number 1 is present employees, former employees, employee referrals, and then previous applicants. So with this I will stop internal sources. In the next slide, I will move on to the external sources, which are mentioned there. There are 6 sources of externals are there. Particularly, we will consider these external sources under recruitment. External sources of recruitment lie outside the organization, which is not within the organization, or which is not in the boundary of that organization. These outnumber internal sources may be exclude while you are considering the external sources. So there are 6 external sources are there: employment exchange, and then employment agencies, advertisement, professional associations, and also last one is deputation. Let's discuss one by one that what it is all about the external sources. Number one is employment exchanges. The National Commission on Labor, particularly which is established during 1969, observed in its report that in the pre-independence era, the main source of labor was rural areas surrounding the industries. Immediately after the independence, National Employment Service was established to bring employers and job seekers together. In response to it, the Compulsory Notification of Vacancies Act during 1959, were commonly called Employment Exchange Act, was instituted, which became operative in 1960. Under Section 4 of this Act, it is obligatory for all industrial establishments having 25 workers or more to notify the nearest employment exchange of vacancies, within which where certain exceptions are also considered. And in these types of exchange of vacancies in them before they are filled that vacancies. The main functions of these employment exchange with their branches in most cities are registration of job seekers and their placements in the notified vacancies. It is obligatory for the employer to inform the outcome of selection within 15 days to the employment exchange. Employment exchanges are particularly useful in recruiting blue collar, white collar, and technical workers. A study conducted by Gopalji on 31 organizations throughout the country, particularly in India, also revealed that recruitment through employment exchanges was most preferred for clerical personnel, that is white collar jobs. See, nowadays employment exchange office, we didn't find even a single job from that exchange office, because there are online jobs. I said in the previous session, Naukri.com, and then other Google engine may helps you to search the jobs. But while we considering the exchange employment exchange office, even we couldn't. Would you believe it or not? In my case, what happened? I find 2 or 3 jobs from the employment exchange office, particularly from Shumaga. They were I couldn't went to that jobs, because those jobs are not related to my qualifications, so that's why I couldn't get that jobs. But my father received 4 jobs from that employment exchange office, where he got 2 jobs are the central government jobs, and then other 2 are state government jobs. See, in the during 1980s and then during 1970s, the jobs are available in the market. Nowadays, employment exchange program just retained as a office, and then they are giving information, and then what do you call notices to the students by having training program, particularly visiting to the many departments in both in private sector and then public sector. So these types of employment exchange program we will consider as a external sources of recruitment. The second one is employment agencies. In addition to the government agencies, that is what I said in the earlier, that is employment exchange office is one of the government agencies. There are a number of private employment agencies who register candidates, particularly when we are going to have the employment, and furnish a list of suitable candidates from their data bank as and when sought by the prospective employers. ABC Consultant is one consultant that I observed there in the Bangalore. They will also offer the recruitment on the basis of what the other organization and other companies will give an opportunity to the ABC consultants. There are many agencies are there. I want to mention here ABC Consultants, for that matter. Datamatics is another employment agencies. Ferguson Associates is a wonderful associate which will give what do you call human resource requirements, particularly to the multinational corporations. And also SB Billimoria is one associate is there for to provide employment and then to offer an employment opportunities according to the said by the many organization and then many companies. These are all the most popular private employee agencies in our country. Particularly, there are many other agencies are there in United States of America and also United Kingdom. But when we are going to have these types of agencies, the skilled and then qualified candidates may apply their application with the taking helping from this employment agencies. So this is a second external source of recruitment. Moving on to the number 3, that is advertisement. Advertisement is perhaps the most widely used method for generating many applications. This is because its reach is very high. This method of recruitment can be used for jobs like clerical, technical, and managerial. The higher the position in the organization, the more specialized the skills are, the shorter the supply of that resources in that labor market. The more widely dispersed the advertisement is likely to be there in that advertisement, particularly offered by an organization or the company. For example, you may take, dear students, the search for a top executive might include advertisement in a national daily like the Hindu. The Hindu paper I want to highlight here. Dear students, please follow the Hindu paper where I followed every Wednesday. There is a one column is there on the supplementary paper covered under in the Hindu, that is the English newspaper. Every Wednesday there is one column or one additional paper is there with the Hindu, that is an opportunities. Please go with an opportunity. That is what is all about. In that opportunity will provides will all, or it includes the job opportunities where it is there. Either it may be in most of the cases I observed in Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, and then United States of America, and then United Arab Emirates. Their advertisement we may saw in the Hindu. Particularly, I will reckon to my dear students, please follow, especially on the Wednesday paper. Their one additional paper comes with the Hindu called an opportunity. And also the business line, the another paper is there where there will be enclosures will be covers, particularly regarding the recruitment. So dear students, please follow these two paper. One is the Hindu and then the business line. These two papers are a good paper to read and also to have more knowledge and also to get more opportunities for your life as well. Moving on to the fourth one, that is professional associates. These professional associations are very often recruitment for certain professional and technical position is made through professional association, also called headhunters. Institute of Engineers, Indian Medical Association, AIMS, All Indian Management Association, etc., provide placement services for their members. For this, the professional associations prepare either list of the job seekers or publish or sponsor journals or magazine containing advertisement for their member. See, these are all the main items, main factors where professional associations are followed to have recruitment, particularly which is advised by an organization or by the company. And the last source of external is deputation. Another source of recruitment is deputation, that is sending an employee to another organization for a short duration of 2 or 3 years. This method of recruitment is practiced in pretty manner in the government departments and public sector organizations. Deputation is useful because it provides ready expertise and an organization that does not have incur the cost of induction or training, because the government sector departments deputing to the employees only for having a workload shortage in the previous department, and then having a surplus workload in the other department, they will depute particularly under government departments. But nowadays what is happening in the deputation, the many higher authorities are making an allegation on employees, and then in the meanwhile he will deputate without having any cause. This is the major setback for the deputation. These types of deputation will be appears. I don't think so employee is readily interested to work in other place also. So taking it seriously, the government departments must always think in this regard that deputation, which is always on the basis of for a good cause, it will be considered. For no cause, I don't think so that deputation will be a good one, because working in that condition, having lots of induction and training program, maybe increase his expertise, disturbing that employee from here and there, and then next day here and there he will be deputed frequently. I don't think so that the quality will be retained by that employee. Nonetheless, this is the fact. He will decrease his performance to do, and then he will show the poor performance to do the work according to the workforce. So this is what the things could be. The sixth item is the deputation, which is also considered as external sources. So these are all the six sources. One is employment exchanges, employment agencies, advertisement, professional associations, and then last one is deputation. So this is elaborative session as far as the previous sessions are concerned. So mainly two sources are being classified. One is internal source and then external source. In these two sources of recruitment, the organizations are the recruitment process will be held according to these types of source. So with this, dear students, I will stop here the content of recruitment sources. In the next slide, quite obviously, now I will mention the source of reference. Dear students, please follow this source of reference, mentioning that all six wonderful job what you got given contribution of these books, particularly in the field of human resource management. So with this, I will stop here. I will come up with a new session with the new topic. With this, bye bye. I will see you in the next session.